one warm summer night, I was feeling like I'd never felt before. Katsumi and I were finally alone, and we used all possible ways to show each other how much we'd been craving intimacy. Not a single text that was received and not a single photo that was sent could replace what I was feeling at that moment. I was sitting in his lap, listening carefully to what he was saying about his hiding, when suddenly, at some 3 feet away from us, we spotted a male silhouette. I recognized the voice. It was Rokudo.
Are you okay? Who's with you?
Rokudo, have you been following me? Why would you do that?
You didn't reply to any of my texts. I started imagining worst-case scenarios.
Rokuro, take it easy, man. She's been with me the whole time.
Katsumi! Step out of the dark so I can take a good look at you.
They stood facing each other and evaluating each other's strength and patience. I had to break the awkward silence. Rokudo, Katsumi contacted me and I had to see him.
I had to see you too. Although there's a strong chance I may end up in trouble.
What the heck are you talking about, Katsumi? Spill it already. There's been such a fuss since you went missing that it literally threw our daily lives into chaos.
Katsumi, Rokudo's totally right. We even wanted to call the police and report you missing.
No, absolutely not. If you had decided to do that, you would have only made things worse. We can't drag the police into this before I try to make things right.
First you tell us what on earth you got yourself into, and then take care of it.
I owe you all an explanation. I know that. But now is not a good time. I'll call you all soon, and then I'll try to explain everything.
I'm worried. Katsumi took my palm in his hand and put it to my chest. He was looking me straight in the eye and spoke in a soft voice, telling me that everything was going to be okay. Rokudo was already visibly agitated, and he wasn't comfortable witnessing the intimacy between me and Katsumi. He interrupted us, saying it was late.
So, do you have a good excuse for being out all night in case your mom asks?
I don't, because I didn't plan for any of this to happen.
Will you please give us a moment to say goodbye to each other? Or will you keep acting like some righteous man here?
You have 3 minutes.
Rokudo was slowly walking toward the metro station so I could catch up with him. Neither of us said a word on our way back, but I thanked him for walking me home. At last, I found myself completely alone with my feelings, but yet again, I felt like something real was going on in my life. That night, Akiko and I were on our way to Katsumi's place. We had a long ride ahead of us. Since Akiko always knew everything that was going on in my life, I couldn't keep the fact that I bonded with Katsumi from her. Akiko, as long as we're alone, I want to share something. Just please don't judge me, okay?
Wow, it's gotta be something huge then. I want to hear all the details, girl.
You can already guess what I'm gonna say.
I have a hunch. You're being super nervous and you look like you did something bad.
The news is juicy and dirty. I'm so embarrassed to tell you, but anyway, you can already guess what it's about. I have a boyfriend.
When did you manage to find one? And who is he? Do I know him?
Katsumi and I spiced up our chat with kisses this time.
That was bound to happen sooner or later. There were sparks between you two even when you were in high school.
Really?
Everyone noticed that, except you. Come on, spill the beans. I'm all ears.
He called me and asked me to meet him at the place we'd last met each other. And he couldn't tell me anything else.
And you went there?
Yes, I couldn't contain myself, Akiko. I missed him so much it hurt.
Are you in love, or is he just a crush?
Akiko, I fell in love with Katsumi.
Oh, finally! Now it's clear to me why you're acting like that when it comes to him.
We spent the rest of the ride talking about her love life and her assumption that there was no man who could match her, but I'd rather say there was no man who could tame her temper. Akiko and I went out of the train and headed towards Katsumi's apartment. I suddenly started to feel euphoric, knowing that we would all be in the same room again. Akiko, let me just check if Katsumi's home.
Yeah, absolutely. Imagine him blowing us off again. Well, in that case, he'd better not show up in my part of the town ever again.
I'll text Katsumi we'll be there soon.
No, you should call him. Why would you bother wondering if he's read the text or not?
Yeah, I agree with you, Akiko. It'd be better if I called him.
What's taking you so long?
We're on our way. Akiko and I just arrived at the station.
Great. That means you'll be here in about 10 minutes.
That's right.
You'd better wait for us.
Is that Akiko?
Yeah, she insisted I check on you if you were really home.
It looks like it's gonna take quite a lot of time to regain her trust. But it's all my fault.
The first step toward redeeming yourself is having something sweet to offer.
Oh, I think I have that. And if I don't, I'll just put on my sweet face.
Yeah, you can try that, Katsumi. See you soon.
I'll be waiting for you.
I hung up and was just about to put my phone in my backpack. The train stopped at the station and the people started rushing outside. One of the passers-by accidentally bumped into me and my phone slipped out of my hand. Luckily, he noticed that and, thanks to his good was able to catch it before it hit the floor. I sighed with relief. The unknown guy instantly wiped my phone off his jacket and then laid it on his palm. bowed, and handed it to me with an apology.
Who was that?
Don't know. Someone kind and with good reflexes. If he hadn't caught my phone, it would be trampled now.
A bad day for cell phones.
Something like that. Let's go. We don't want to keep Katsumi waiting.
You should have asked him to send you a photo from his apartment.
Akiko, that would have been way too much. We could send him our selfie.
Ugh, if we have to.
What the heck is this? I can't turn on my phone.
It worked fine just a moment ago.
I don't know. Maybe it accidentally turned off when it slipped out of my hand.
We're going to Katsumi's anyway. He'll see what's wrong with it. Maybe the battery ran out.
Could be. Katsumi opened the door to his apartment and invited Akiko and me inside. Seated cozily on the couch, Rokuto was waiting there. The two of them looked like they'd patched things up. I wouldn't be surprised if Rokuto had insisted on talking to Katsumi privately, and came there first because of that. Hey guys.
I'd like to have a glass of cold water, and then we can begin this meeting.
Hey, make yourselves comfortable. Rokuro, get your butt off the couch. That place is reserved for the girls.
Ugh, and why am I not allowed to sit with the girls?
'Cause you're blocking my view.
Nice one.
We all sat as comfortably as we could, impatiently waiting to hear what Katsumi had to say. But he only pretended to be busy doing something in the kitchen and tried to postpone. Katsumi, don't bother with the drinks. We didn't come here for the food and the drinks. We came to talk.
Here I am. I'm making us some refreshments while we're waiting for the others to come.
I don't believe anyone else is gonna come. We're all here except you. You won't even turn around and look at us.
Whenever you're ready, Katsumi. We're not leaving until we hear what's going on.
I'll give him half an hour.
Not everyone is here. I expected to see Mizuki too.
She said she wasn't gonna make it. After all, we can tell her everything when we see her.
Or we don't tell her anything.
All right.
Katsumi sat on the floor cross-legged and started talking.
The night when you lost touch with me was one of the hardest nights in my entire life. That was the first time I got scared for my safety and the safety of my friends.
Nobody dared interrupt him, nor did we ask any questions. We were taking in every piece of information he was sharing with us.
I see you've been snooping around my stuff. I'm not judging you though. I would have probably done the same if I'd lost any of you guys. I want to thank you for worrying about me, because I was really in a life-endangering situation. You found the databases with ChatLinx users' information.
Yeah? Why do you need those? Did you try to sell them?
No, I tried to destroy them.
You didn't have the guts to destroy them because you'd be left without your job at ChatLinx. And you'd be labeled a snooper.
As a matter of fact, I was more scared of ending up in jail. We're all grown up and responsible for our actions.
Not necessarily. We agree to all kinds of things by using these small gadgets.
They make life easier.
Anything we use and anything that tracks our movements or monitors how often we do stuff is basically a threat to our privacy and can be used against us. You don't want to know. If you knew, you'd crush your phones now.
I wouldn't. Mine's at home.
Mine's in a sleep mode.
I don't think so. I still love my phone.
You see? You're helpless.
Don't you worry about us. We're just joking, go on.
Where was I? I wanted it to stop. And to get back on ChatLinx company in a way. So I found some people who would want to do that for me. I was gonna give them the data, and they would go public with them.
Wow, and you seriously wanted Mizuki to hear all this?
She may be calm and collected, but one should better be reserved with that kind of people.
I wouldn't expect Mizuki to stand quietly at this. It's good she didn't hear any of it.
So did you give them what you promised? Did you set ChatLinx up?
No, I couldn't. That's when things started to go wrong. I changed my mind when I found out that they too could use the data for the wrong purposes. They gave me a deadline. And since that date, my time on this planet has slowly been ticking out.
That happened the night you disappeared.
Yeah, I thought they weren't gonna find me. But we shared the location via ChatLinx.
Damn it! So that means you're not safe here either?
And you invited us here so that we would all go down together? You're dead, Katsumi, 'cause I'll be the first to.
Let him talk.
Thank you. Do you think I would let them follow my internet activities? We're safe in here, for the time being.
How did you get rid of them?
I just bought myself some time. I didn't get rid of them. I gave them incomplete data. When they find out, they'll be after me again.
Why don't you give them everything you have and get rid of them for good?
I wouldn't be free, but rather imprisoned by my guilty conscience.
And now what? You'll be running away your whole life?
Honestly, I can't see a way out of this situation. Except going to jail for the sake of saving your life.
Akiko, your optimism hurts.
You're welcome.
You can't live in fear and keep hiding all your life.
I'm not worried. As long as I'm not giving them what they want, I stay alive.
I'm interested in something else. How safe actually is using ChatLinx?
Katsumi, let me remind you that you're the one who insisted on using ChatLinx.
I hope you have a good explanation for that.
Our private conversations are encrypted, together with the photos we share. I'm not sure about anything else. Every link posted in the app can be traced.
Katsumi was prepared to go so far as to change his identity in order to escape the blackmailers. But I didn't want to let them get away with it. I felt like something inside me was making me uncover the motives lying behind all that and bringing the criminals to justice. However, this is no longer a bedtime story. This was real life, and there was no place for any wrong moves. Together, we will come up with a plan and think of the way to save Katsumi from the vicious cycle. I'll have to think about what would be the best thing to do.
That's not your problem. You don't need to do that.
Yes, I do.
Katsumi, I want to help too, but I don't know how.
To be honest, me either.
We'll think of something.
There are two solutions to my problem. Give them all they want, or go public with all the information.
We'll figure out something. Only when we make sure you're absolutely safe.
This is getting serious, people. I wasn't expecting any of this to happen.
We trust you.
We all went quiet after a while, since no one had a solution to Katsumi's problem. We said our goodbyes and headed home. Akiko, you and Rokuto go without me. I just remembered that Katsumi needs to have a look at my phone.
Oh yeah, what a nice excuse.
She doesn't need one, Akiko. Why are you being so negative?
Now you're all acting like she should feel awkward for being involved with me.
That's right. I don't need an excuse to stay here with Katsumi.
I'm just kidding. Alright then, see you one of these days.
See ya. Katsumi slammed the door as soon as Akiko and Rokuto got out and drew me to his body. I tried to say something, but he just placed a finger on my lips. I nodded my head, showing him I'd remain quiet.
I like your soft skin.
What are you waiting for? Take off my clothes.
Oh, yeah.
I gave him an enigmatic smile and touched his lips. I got chills down my spine, but not the ones that make you uncomfortable, but the ones that scream, I want everything and I want it now. He was kissing me all the way, and he was taking me to the couch. And at the very next moment, I was sitting in his lap. He was slowly lifting my shirt, caressing me and gently touching me. Sometime later, I could spend my entire day sitting on this couch with you. But I just have a lot on my plate right now.
Yeah, the worries about your entrance exam, I'm the last thing you need right now.
Hey, I'll find the time for all of it. But I have to go now.
Wait, give me your phone. I forgot to check why it's not working.
It's not like it's not working. It just turned off because of the bump.
That's impossible.
Katsumi dialed his number from that cell phone, and wasn't surprised to see that my name wasn't displayed on his phone screen.
Bummer. It looks like you and that passerby managed to switch your phones somehow. I believe you'll hear from him soon.
No, it should have occurred to me. I could have followed him. Katsumi dialed my phone number, but it was unavailable.
Don't you worry. I'll trace your phone. I'll keep this one in case that person calls.
Thank you, honey. That night I felt worry-free, because my phone wasn't there to distract me from studying. I believe that bonding with Katsumi helped me ease the tension with the entrance exam too. The world all of a sudden turned pink. A few days later, I didn't feel nervous on the day when I was supposed to take my entrance exam. I woke up early and headed off to college. The halls were crammed with students. Some were having trouble finding the right classroom, while the others were casually sitting and listening to music. I came to the announcement board so I could find my name on the list, and the number of the classroom where my exam was being held. The list doesn't seem to end. I lost a couple of minutes scanning the lists, hoping to find my name on any of them. Meanwhile, some of the students had already found their places and seated themselves in the classrooms. The halls were getting emptier. Ugh! The exam starts in a couple of minutes! If I don't get to the classroom in time, I won't be able to take the exam! I ran down the hall and saw the criminal psychology professor entering one of the nearby classrooms. This has got to be the classroom where my entrance exam is taking place. Panting for breath, I stood at the door, apologized to the professor for being late, and added I couldn't find my name anywhere on the list. The professor refused to let me in, saying that if my name wasn't on the list, that meant I hadn't even applied for the exam. No, that can't be! He then closed the door and left me standing outside. The mere idea of missing the chance to enroll to a desired college paralyzed me. Simply put, my back was sliding down the cold wall, and then, just when my hands reached the floor, I dropped my books and collapsed there, feeling hopeless and incapable of changing anything. Dad would be so disappointed in me if he were alive.